Peterson, Bluesman and Giant Pizza Slayer. John Peterson was a blues musician and in addition was a very, very good jazz bass player. He was on the Brussels scene and in Europe because his wife at the time, in fact she was a microbiologist and doing research at the university. He very rapidly established himself as a must-have bass player. He was also a very nice guy. He was a big man. I don't know whether it goes with the job, as it were, but I've noticed, in fact, blues bass players, lead blues bass players, very often tend to be large men, big guys. He was a big guy. I believe when he was young, he was something of a prodigy. In fact, he came from Chicago and apparently had hung and out and played in the Chicago blues clubs from a very early age. Anyway, we were very good friends, and we went off on a holiday in the direction of Croatia. We had an apartment booked in Dalmatia. En route, as it were, we went to stay for a night or two with my son and family, who in fact live in Zagreb. On this particular early evening, we decided we would go out for a pizza. So we wander into central Zagreb and find a pizza place. It may be said that, in fact, Croatian food is substantial. Plates tend to be on the large side, as befits what was once quite an agricultural society. People do like large portions. Anyway, we sat down, my son, John, his wife, myself. I'm not sure there's anybody else there at the time. No, I don't think so. Anyway, the menu arrives and we make our choice. And John, of course, didn't read Croatian, but he points to this particular line on the menu. The waiter was somewhat taken aback. You could see he looked a bit surprised and kind of indicated, "Are you sure?" And, "Oh yeah, sure. I'll have that one." So he disappears into the restaurant. We were actually sitting outside at a table in the sunshine. Whilst we were waiting for the pizza, it was interesting. There was kind of the odd face of waiters would appear at the windows, peering in the direction of John and ourselves. And we're not really sure. Perhaps they were just curious, as Americans at that time were not really... you didn't get many Americans or even a great number of tourists in Zagreb at that time. Anyway, the pizza arrives and John, the pizza he'd ordered, it was immense. It would have easily fed husband and wife and several children and left slices over to be taken away in a doggy bag. Anyway, he was totally unfazed by it, and the waiter put it in front of him with a sober kind of gesture, as it were, and a look of disbelief, and again shuttled off into the restaurant. John cut into it, and again I could see out of the corner of my eye that several waiters were peering through the window at John and this pizza. Anyway, he manfully starts to eat it. It was very curious because people at adjacent tables began to look in our direction in a kind of discreet manner over their shoulders as John wades his way through this an immense pizza. It even got to the point when one individual, without asking permission, actually got up and took a photograph of the scene. I'm sure that perhaps the waiters in the restaurant were taking side bets as to whether in fact he would actually finish this pizza. Needless to say, yeah, he did. I mean, he was a big guy, but I mean, this was a massive pizza. And slice by slice by slice by slice, he consumed the whole plateful. So whether he's still something of a hero in the memory of pizza eating in the pizza restaurants of Zagreb I can't say, but he certainly deserves a place in the Parthenon of pizza eaters.
If you've enjoyed this video and would like to see more, please subscribe.